Hey guys, it's Robert with Hush Performance. Today is Thursday, January, what, 4th, 3rd? One of those days. Anyways, we have a race this weekend in Tucson at IFO. This event is due to rain out. It's got 70% chance of rain, but we're gonna send it anyways. We got the hatch apart because we're gonna replace the wiring harness with one we pulled out of the junkyard. This car's been plagued with wiring issues since it's been built, and I think we're still chasing the demons. This is one we pulled out of a CRX a couple of days ago. The harness between the CRX and the hatch is a little bit different on the backside as far as the taillights go, but I believe that the color codes are the same, so we might be able to just splice into what's already there so we don't have to rebuild that. This is what the interior currently looks like. Art was able to take out the dash, and now I got to pull out the rest of the interior, which is quite the work. I would still love to see somebody out there in the industry make complete cabin replacement using the Rycam stuff. It's really nice. That's not something that I really want to get into. You know, we got enough going on and enough struggles as it is. All right, interior's out. That wasn't too bad, could have been worse. But we do have quite a bit of work ahead of us. It is pretty late now. Art is replacing the rear motor mount bushing. A lot of people have been complaining to us about the engine shaking and vibrating quite a bit because we did have the standard 62. I'm going to replace it. We're just replacing the rear. We're going to replace it with a version called Bulletproof. That is a brand new urethane that Hossport has out now. It's Kevlar infused. So the idea is that it is softer on the outside, and apparently the Kevlar is infused somewhere in the middle. I guess it's a step below their hardest urethane, which is the red ones, which some of you may be very familiar with. Okay, we're getting Bulletproof in here. This is the cool one. This is newest, right?
Yeah, this is the newest stuff. It's mixed with Kevlar.
Yeah, that's what we heard. So that means it will stop a bullet.
You know, we can try.
This is the techniques by the pros here at Hossport. You could have done that, Art. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Oh wait. It'd help if I grabbed the correct pen.
Uh-oh.
See? This is why we double check everything.
Oh, look at that. Easy enough. So when someone wants to upgrade their mounts, they could send them in, and then they could buy just the replacement mounts if they wanted to upgrade.
Yeah, they can send them in, we'll exchange the urethane, or they can buy the urethane and do it themselves.
Yeah.
Which you can do with a vise. I've seen people do it by hand, even with a hammer. And
oh, okay, so they don't have to send them in.
They don't have to send them in. They can buy just the urethane to change out themselves if they don't want the downtime, or they can send them in and we'll ship them back with the new urethane. Cool. And they can also do that with solids also. They can either buy solids or send them in, and we'll machine out the mounts, put solids on them too.
Roger. Hey guys, it's now January 5th. Art's over there. He's pinning the wideband that we have for the vehicle. We never had a wideband in the car. Can we tell you why? I don't know. It was kind of like a chipped ECU. It's relatively a street car, but now we're going to push it to the limits. We got Mark Montano that was here yesterday helping us out. We were sponsored a Demon from Neptune, so now we have tuning capabilities. Check out what we have going on so far. The fender wiring is done. This is stuff that I kind of built already, and I integrated it into the new cabin harness. So far, it looks pretty crazy, but this is much better than what was in the car. We had the standard AAM wideband that we're going to use, our Boss oxygen sensor that he's pinning right now. The engine harness that we're using is from CJ's Wiring. He builds them one-off per order, so we had him add in provision for a wideband to circulate through his harness. So guys at Finish Line Racing also integrated a titanium sensor bung. So again, we've been racing on 91 this whole time, and so there's been a lot of guys that said we could do much faster. We should be getting a lot more horsepower. The engine's built for it. An LS VTEC 84mm bore, standard stuff, Eagle rods, JE pistons, got full skunk head package. Well, now we're just going to go out and prove what the car could actually do, and we're going to put some race gas on it. By putting 113 versus E85, we don't have to change the fuel pump, we don't have to change the injectors. See what we can do. We're not telling anybody about this, but we did call out some locals for a grudge match. So the car's been a consistent 1130. What can we do with a little bit more horsepower? Well, we'll find out once we get the car back together. All right, we're finishing up the install. See, we got the gauge cluster up here. We're just gonna make sure that it works before we put the dash back in. Art's been working on the fuse box holder for a few hours. It actually came out pretty good. We did replace this with a CRX harness. It is a little bit different in the rear section. Also, when swapping out to a CRX interior harness, you need the CRX dash harness as well. It's not the same when it comes to this plug here. This is this perspective plug on the EF, and versus the CRX, you can see it's much different. I don't remember the last time I checked in. It might have been maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe even earlier than that. But anyway, several hours later, what is it now, like 10:30? 10:49. Remember when you were talking about like, oh, it's 8 o'clock, we got all this time, and then like now it's 11, just like that, dude. Wait. Mark over here, their homie, and then we got Eddie over here. They helped out on the putting the rest of the car together. We got it all wired in. I wanted to get some video of it, but there's just too much stuff going on. We got it pretty much tucked up out of the way. We're just gonna kind of leave everything open to make sure everything works. So go ahead. Ooh, you hear that fuel pump?
I hear the fuel pump.
Yeah.
Get the tuner view, get the gauge. Ready?
Yep. Okay, that's a good thing. So finally have the wideband in the car, and we made this little pod here. I think it came out pretty good. I like it. As for our first time, we're not fabricators per se. What do you guys think? The wiring is much cleaner down there. There used to be wires all over the place down there. It looks like I still have to tuck that guy up. All right, well, the interior's back in. We didn't get a lot of footage of that really late. What is that, midnight? Over midnight? Late? 1 o'clock? Oh, 1:20, holy smoke. The car, have to load the tools, we gotta load the tire. To do, I haven't taken a shower in 3 days. So, pretty nasty. So I think the next time you guys see us is gonna be at the track. Hey guys, it's now Sunday. We made it to Import Face-Off and it's been raining. Starting to lighten up a little bit. They said that if it lightens up enough where we can race, they'll let us run, but I'm not sure if that's actually gonna go down. But Mark's did make it out. He's helping us set up another two-step on the car, because at least we could do a burnout contest, maybe a two-step contest.
17.
Hey guys, it's us once again. Today we're in Tucson, Arizona. We're going to be racing today at the Roadkill Zip Tie event. It seems to be a pretty good event. I like coming to these kind of events because there's always a lot of people and there's a lot of diversity. A lot of it is mostly domestic type of vehicles, so it's really good for us as far as getting noticed, because we're usually one of very few small representative of the import community. Today I got Mark with us from CMT, and that's just your name.
Yeah, pretty much.
Compo
Mark Tuning.
Compo Mark Tuning. All right, we're gonna do some fine tuning today. We could do some tested tuning. So, and then if it works out, we do have 113. We did want to run this on the last event that we went to, that it got rained out. It was an IFO event just a couple of weeks ago.
What do you have for a trim? Like
This is a B16.
Got half a tank in there still.
Just like we said, we had plenty of people that came by to look at the car. Mark was able to set the two-step upright.
Two-step is based off of TPS. But set it at right now at 70% throttle. So at 70% throttle, no matter what RPM, it's gonna engage that two-step. So what's cool about that is, like, if you're at the once you're at the line, say you're at 7,000 two-step and it's too much. Instead of me going into the computer, you can just 70% throttle, like at 5 grand, and it'll activate at 5 grand. But since you just do full throttle no matter what, I'm gonna try something better, see if it'll help out with us, and do it on just miles per hour based.
Right,
So,
and Neptune will let you do that.
yeah, Neptune will let you do it. Neptune's actually a little better because it gives you an option to do that or TPS.
Oh, cool.
So like TPS is, like I said, it's cool because instead of me having to go in every time to make the change of RPM, you can do it on your own off of throttle position.
Yeah.
Apparently we were hitting 30 pounds of boost. You said that's what it was showing on the duty cycle?
It would spike 30 and then boost co would hit it.
Yeah, so it was fast, but that's probably why. It was hitting about 10 pounds more than it should. I'm surprised it did that good with that kind of gas in there. You know, try this again. Hopefully this worked out. But we have a lot of people that come up to the car. That's why I like coming to these events, because this gives these guys an opportunity to see these cars perform, because they don't normally see this. So we go to the IFO and the import events. It's pretty standard, and actually we're kind of slow in those events. But when we come here, it's something that they're not used to seeing. That's really why I like to come out here. That pass felt really good. I noticed that I got myself out of the groove, and I didn't know that it was going to be that big of a deal on this. Matter of fact, I was thinking that it wasn't going to work like how it's been doing, but it did. We were able to go all the way through the gears. This is the boost controller turned off. Actually, it's just unplugged. Mark over here, he's going to set the two-step again. That we did a 1.7 60 foot in that pass. We've done 150s with this setup at 6.5 pounds, and the two-step currently. What do you think the two-step was worth? Does it even say how much boost it's making on that two-step that Tim had done?
Tim's it makes about 4.
4, and yours is like 6 or 7?
6 or 7.
Yeah. So he's gonna change that again. We're gonna make a little bit more boost there, but it felt really good. So if we can get in the groove this time, I think, well, we just hope that we do better.
We did cut the headlight bucket out for the turbo. It has to be breathing better. That might have something to do with the power that it's making. It feels super good. Hopefully we get it all dialed in and we can make some really nice passes, but as of right now, everybody seems to be really happy with the car. We're getting a lot of compliments out here. Sounded better.
Fuck, no. But every time you're shifting, it looked like the back end was coming up.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh, we're fucking 10-9. Oh my god.
Nice.
Hey, Mark got us into the 10s. We did a 10-9 on that again. I'm gonna go look for the slip here. So he's got some bragging rights, but we finally did it. He gave me some kind of look, and I was like, wait a minute, did you change something? He's like, oh, I added some more fuel and some more boost, so, and he said he did that to me so I wouldn't be too scared, so we finally did it. Let's look, we did a 10.94 at 133, so 133 is the fastest we've ever gone, so that's pretty cool. It was all over the track, so it looks like this rear slick or the rear skinny is losing some air We're gonna check the air pressure all the way around, and maybe we could try it out again.
Alright, if you can hear me, this is going to be our last pass of the day. We want to do better than a 10.9. We got Mark, he's going to be recording.
Woo! 10.9, baby. At 132.
Backed up again. That's the top of Mark tuning. Well, I guess we'll get the tires on it, the wheels, and swap out. Hang out.
Yep.
Alright.
So there you guys have it. We backed it up twice already. We had a lot of bugs, a lot of little issues with the car. But it ran good.